Are you ready to take your message, your business, and your life to the next level?
Want to learn from someone with more than a decade of experience, training tens of thousands of people from all around the world?
Hi, Cliff. This is Pauline from Auckland, New Zealand.
John from Calgary, Alberta.
Amy Porterfield.
Michael Hyatt.
Dan here from Dunedin, New Zealand.
Ray Edwards. Mark Mason. Mike Stelzner.
Pat from Smart Passive Income.
It's Darren from Melbourne, Australia.
Now is the time to live the life of your dreams and do the work you feel most called to do in the world.
Welcome to the Cliff Ravenscraft Show.
Here's your host, Cliff Ravenscraft.
That's right, my friend. Welcome back to another episode of the Cliff Ravenscraft Show. I've been having more coaching conversations on Clubhouse. If you haven't heard about it yet, go check the episode previous to this and you can learn all about my Clubhouse festivities. Anyway, I'm going to be sharing with you a coaching conversation I recently had with Chika. Chika is somebody who is incredibly inspirational, and if you'll listen to her story, I am absolutely certain you will be walking away from this episode inspired just about how she gets a dream inside of her heart, recognizes that that's what she wants, begins to investigate whatever it takes, begins the process of taking steps towards that dream, and then, of course, finding the obstacles, the naysayers, the doubt thrusters. And instead of giving up on her dreams, she continues to plow forward. Now, to set this up, I want to let you know that her desire is to become a certified life coach. She already has a day job, which you will find out in this conversation. Her concern is, how do I balance everything that seems to be in front of me? I've got a 9-to-5, Monday through Friday day job, so she's working 40 hours a week. She feels that, I have to attend this certification course each week, so there will be homework on top of that. And then on top of that, I have to find 5 paid clients. And she says it's been recommended that she have 8, but she has to find a minimum of 5 paid clients. Now, the caveat is those clients only need to pay her $1. So as long as they've paid her something, that's the key critical point here. And I'm going to speak a little bit more to the pricing side of this in just a moment, as far as the advice that I'd given Chika, knowing that she'll likely come back and be listening to this episode of the Cliff Ravenscraft Show as well. Hi, Chika. Anyway, but so she needs to find 5 clients who will pay her, and she needs to coach for at least 100 hours during the 6 months of her certification program, which begins in June. And she also is very concerned about whether or not she's going to be able to improve her English language skills in such a way that she will be able to attain any clients who would be willing to have her as a coach. So that is all that's on her mind. She says, Cliff, what I need help from you is I definitely need your help to overcome my fear. I have all of these different things. I'm a little overwhelmed. I'm just all over the place emotionally. I need your help. I'm a little frustrated by overwhelm. Please help me. And so that's exactly why I love being available to people in these conversations, to have encouraging conversations, helping people set their dreams free. And that is what I was absolutely committed to providing for Chika. Now, I did provide that. She walks away, little spoiler alert, she walks away with her first paid client, Nadine. And you'll hear how that all came about. And it's one of the brilliant things I love about Clubhouse, just one of the multitude of things that I love about Clubhouse. I'll tell you what, I'm going to go ahead and just jump straight in to this conversation that I had with Chika. And I want to come back in at the end of my conversation with Chika to talk to you about the pricing. So without any further ado, here's my conversation, my coaching conversation from Clubhouse with Chika. All right, we're going to bring Chika up here next. I'm not sure if I'm saying her name correctly. How do I pronounce your name? And how may I be of service to you?
Hello, my name is Chika, and thank you so much for giving me a chance to talk to you.
Well, it is my pleasure. And I see that you're from Japan and you live in New York. Is that correct?
Yes,
Where at in
yes,
New York?
correct. Queens, Astoria, Queens.
Okay, so New York City then.
Yes, yes, just like 10 minutes from Manhattan. It's very close to, yeah. So I can see the Empire State Building from my apartment.
Well, that's awesome. I love New York City. How long have you been in New York City?
Yeah, actually, I've been here. It's already 15 years.
15 years. Well, how may I be of
Yeah.
service to you today?
Yes, first of all, even I live here so long, but I have been working for Japanese company, and I always have having time with my Japanese friends. So English is my second language. So if I don't understand what I say, please let me know. And so anyway. Okay.
So far, so good.
Okay, thank you. I will try. First of all, I need your help to how to overcome my fear. Actually, I also wanted to be a life coach, and it was 2 years ago. I took some like a 6 month coaching course, and I completed. But actually, when I was in the class, I understand maybe 20 or 30%. And after that, but anyway, the whole 6 months, I hired tutor, and then I learned from tutor more than class actually, because anyway, I'm sorry. And 6 months later, I kind of graduated, and most of the colleague took like a certification course, but I got so scared because if I don't understand what other people say, if other people they don't understand what I'm saying, and then I just got scared. And but it took 2 years I really decided to jump into the certification course, and actually I submitted my application a few weeks ago, and the class is going to start this June. But right now I feel I'm getting cold feet. I'm getting like scared and fear. If I have to find 8 paid client, even $1 or $2 for 6 months. And if less than 5 clients, I have to drop out the class, even I pay a lot of money. And also, I have to hire a coach, and I have to work. I have a 9-to-5 job, Monday to Friday. And every week, I have a class and a lot of homework and so many things. And getting overwhelmed. And how can I do everything same time? And how can I find my client? How can I prepare? Or how can I improve my English for just 2 months? And so frustrated and fear and so many emotions. And so I need your help. Yes.
Chika. First of all, I'm very inspired by you. I love the fact that this has been for 2 years a passion and a dream of yours, that you signed up for a 6-month course, could only understand 30% of what you're doing, and then you went and hired a tutor to help you understand more, and hiring a coach to figure all this stuff out. And then after 2 years of this process, you have not given up, but instead you went ahead and applied for this sort of certification course. Sounds to me like it's been a hefty investment for you. And now you're on the line. There are some things that are required of you. And I just want you to know that a little bit of fear and hesitancy and a little bit of anxiety about something that's new and these big challenges, things that you haven't done before, it's kind of normal. Do you get that?
Yes. Let
me ask you this. What is life all about for you? Like if somebody came to you and says, really, what is the purpose of life? What's life all about for Chika?
My life all about me is probably sending love to the world.
Sending love.
Sending love, yes.
What does that mean to send love to the world? How does that look?
It's like sunshine, and I would like to everyone understood everyone is important. Yeah.
I'm writing
because
down.
Some people.
I just want you to know if I'm silent in any moments, just so you know, I'm writing down lots of notes. So helping everyone understand that they are important. And what else? Go ahead.
I would like to everyone sitting on a driver's seat, not sitting someone next to the driver's seat. I would like to everyone to live their life. I would like to everyone to dance their dance. I would like people to find out what they really want. And I want people have the courage to do that, take a risk to do that. And don't afraid of mistake or failure, because life is only once.
Thank you. I love that.
Thank you.
What's at risk for people who don't understand that they are important? And for someone, what's at risk for, I'm going to ask you each of these. What's at risk for somebody who sits in life in the passenger seat, letting somebody else direct their lives? What's at risk for somebody who does not have the freedom to dance their own dance? What's at risk for people who don't have any clue what they want and they feel guilty for even wanting anything? And in those who do know what they want, what's at risk for those who are afraid to pursue it? Chika, what is at risk for these people?
Probably like money or secure. Also worry about how other people think of them.
What happens if you were to work with people? Let's say somebody was to hire you as their coach. And you, before working with you, they really didn't understand how important they were. They really did. They had been taught to never think of themselves as important or anything more than important than anyone else, for that matter. They've been taught you shouldn't be in the driver's seat. You need to attach yourself to somebody else who's a leader who can create a path for you to follow. What happens to somebody who is now, they've worked with you? They understand that they're important. They understand that they can sit in the driver's seat. They can actually create a list of what they want and actually begin to have the courage to go get it. How would their life be better because they had you as a client? Give me some examples of what people might be able to accomplish.
I don't know, but probably they are going to more enjoy or appreciate every day. And it could be move to somewhere different place, or could be change their job, or something like start something, learning something.
And how would they feel if they were to, obviously we understand enjoy and appreciate each day, so those are feelings, more enjoyment, more appreciation in their life. How would they feel by moving to a new place? What would that mean for someone?
Like when the last day, I guess they think they kind of like enjoy life, even couldn't succeed or couldn't go well because they try something they wanted to
Chika, have
They are
you,
more.
is this something that you found when you moved from Japan to New York? Was this something that was a positive experience for you personally?
Yes, yes, exactly. When I was in Japan, I just visited New York for 1 week, and I thought like I needed to. I would like to live in New York someday. I thought so, and after I went back to Japan, I talked to my parents or my friend or my boss, but everyone said no, no, no. And actually, my father told me, if you can take a break from the work, if you get just 1 year, and if company say yes, you can go. And I talked to my boss, and then it actually it takes 3 years to get permission from the company. I can take 1 year off to study in New York, and but at the time it was very difficult. Many people say no, and at the time I almost give up to come to New York. And one day my friend invited me to the party, and after her party I washed dishes with her mother, and I talked to her thinking about living in New York, but many people say no. I think I should give up my dream. And she told me, Chika, listen to me. When I was young, I wanted to live in New York, but my parents say no. So I gave up. So, but still now I regret about that. I should have been to New York. It was my dream. She said, so Chika, go to New York, do it. And after that, I went to the park, and then I connected to myself very deeply. And I saw the little bit of fire, very, very small fire, because everyone tried to lead off. But I still
Hey,
saw
Chika,
that
I apologize. I've heard every word that you've said, but you said I went to the park and found something within myself, and you said I thought you might have said I saw a little bit of a fire, but I may be hearing you wrong.
Yes, little bit of fire inside of me.
Okay, great. I just wanted to make sure I was understanding you still.
Thank you so much for asking. Yes, very small fire. It's very and almost very, very small, because everyone tried to lead over the fire, because everyone tried to stop me to go to New York. But I saw the fire inside of me, and I asked myself, Chika, what do you want to? And she told me, I wanted to go to New York. So I said, okay. So I decided to quit the job, but after I decided to quit your job, 1 week later, my boss said, yes, you can go now. So, and I took 1 year vacation, and I was supposed to go back to Japan a year later, but I didn't. I still in New York.
So how long ago was that? You said 3 years now? Or no, you told me it was 15 years.
Yeah.
So that was 15 years ago you had that experience.
Yes.
Wow, that's an incredibly inspirational story. The more I hear about your story, I'm more and more inspired, and I have no doubt in my mind why you have this passion to be a life coach, because your story, even before there was already enough. I mean, you told me about your desire to be a life coach and the obstacles and the challenges that you've experienced over these last 2 years or so since you've had this dream, but you have not given up that dream. You found this fire is still burning inside of you. And now there's this theme that is a part of who you are, which is you're a dreamer. And you're one who refuses to give up on your dreams, which makes you've got years. And here's what I already know about you, Chika, but we won't have the amount of time necessary to go even further. But my guess is that if I was to talk to you about your childhood, before moving and having the dream to coming to New York City and living here. And certainly, I have no doubt in the 15 years that you've been here, there have been a number of things, a number of passions that have been yours that have been challenges that you've overcame over and over again. Many different obstacles that most people would give up on, but you chose to never give up. You always press forward. This is a part of who you are. Is this correct?
Yes.
Excellent. I love that. So, thank you so much for sharing all of that. So here's what tell me what you need. So you need to go through this. You've signed up. You submitted your application. You're ready to go through this course, and there are a couple of things that you need to achieve within the first 6 months. You need how many paying clients?
8.
8 paid clients who will pay you for coaching, and the requirement is they have to pay you at least $1 or $2, right?
Well, yes.
At minimum, $1 or $2. So I'm just going to put a minimum of $1, but you need 8 paid clients by the end of 6 months. So by end of...
No. In 2 months.
In 2 months.
The class is going to start in June, and I need to list 5 clients, but they recommended me 8 because during 6 months I have to have 5 clients, and I have to do 100 hours to become CPCC, ACC. Yeah.
What is a shishi?
CPCC is ACC.
CPCC.
Yeah.
Got it. Thank you.
Yeah, CPCC/ACC.
Okay. So I just want to make sure that I understand the requirements here. So what is the within 2 months, you need how many paid clients?
List 5 and 8. So I have 2 months to find client. But
I need to know what your minimums are, though, Chika. If you can help me with that.
Minimum is 5.
You need 5 paid clients within 2 months.
Yes.
That's what we need. All right. So within 2 months. What are the other requirements? Where did the 8 come in?
Because they recommended me 8.
They recommended 8.
Yeah.
But you're required to have 5.
Yes.
So let's go with the minimum of 5. Obviously, you can get more than 5. That's no worries whatsoever. So we're going to go with the minimum of 5. And you said also another requirement is that you need at least 100 hours. Is that 100 hours of coaching?
Yes.
Okay. So within 2 months?
No, within 6 months.
Okay.
From June to 6 months.
Okay, so within 6 months. All right, that's no worries whatsoever. So now what I'm doing here with you, Chika, is we're defining everything in solvable terms here. So we're going to make this as simple as possible. 5 paid clients. They just need to pay you at least $1. 100 hours. Let's do that divided by 6. That means, let's just say 17 hours of coaching per month. How do you feel about 2-hour sessions?
2 hours, maybe discovery session 2 hours, but 1 hour is easier. 1 hour is good.
Well, okay. So if you're doing 1 hour, so then what you need is 17 1-hour conversations. Actually, that's still pretty easy. So 17 hours a month, let's see here. The average is 4 weeks. So yeah, you only need 4 coaching calls per week. So that's pretty simple. So let's say you do 5 paid clients that you meet with on a weekly basis. Let me ask you one other important question. Mm-hmm. Are you financially taken care of during this period of time? Do you need the income to support yourself or family or anything like that? Or are you taken care of outside of the coaching? I guess that's what I'm saying.
So this is a good question. I have a full-time job now.
Okay, good. That's great. Mm-hmm. Are you able to maintain the full-time job while going through this certification program?
I'm asking myself now. I don't know what do you think?
Well, it depends on where you're at in your coaching. Let me ask you this: on a scale of 1 to 10, how confident are you right now that you could go out and get a paid client that you could have enough coaching clients that'll pay you enough for you not to have a day job so that you can just get all your money from your coaching clients?
Right now, one or two right now.
Yeah. So then it's a very simple answer to the question. I would recommend that you have a day job. If you're ever in a position where financially you need a client to say yes to your coaching proposal, you should go get a job. Because you don't want to make proposals to somebody in a place of financial desperation. I'm not saying that it's impossible for you to get coaching clients. It just puts you in an awkward situation where you need a client to say yes to you. Does this make sense? Okay. So first of all, I want to completely dispel any myth whatsoever about your inability to speak the human language. You like that? The English language. I have had no problems at all listening to you.
Thank you so much.
I've captured at least 98% of every word that you've said. And even the 2% that I may have missed, I probably am just convincing myself that I've missed it because I am just listening for your accent. But there's no worries. And there's something that I want you to understand. There's a quote from somebody that I love, and he's a mentor of mine. His name is Rich Litvin, and there's one thing that he taught me is slow down to speed up.
Yeah, I see.
Here's what you want to do, Chika. You want to send love out into the world. You want to get onto a phone call with 5 individuals on a weekly basis. Where through that call, that 1 hour call each week, you can remind them to never neglect to see themselves as important as they truly are. That you're going to make sure that they are putting themselves and staying in the driver's seat of their life. You're going to encourage them and inspire them to continue to dance their dance, no matter what circumstances or obstacles come their way. You are going to help people figure out what they truly want and desire in this life, their own heart's desires, not the desires of other people, what they've been told that they should want, but really genuinely what they want. And you're going to give them the courage to do it. And you want to know how you're going to be able to do that? By telling them your stories. I've already heard 2 of your stories. You could tell any of your clients on a consistent basis the story of your own journey into becoming a life coach. You can tell them the story of you coming and visiting New York City for a week and going back home, and your parents and everybody else saying, no, that's impossible. That's crazy talk. And then saying, well, maybe I can go to my employer and ask them this, but that typically takes 3 years. And I was about ready to give it up until I went over to a friend and she said, no, don't give up on your dream. I regret my dream. And I went out for a walk and I found something inside of myself, this fire that wouldn't go. And I had finally decided, okay, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to quit my job and I'm going to go to New York City. And then once I had set my heart on what I truly want and I had the courage to do it, I was about ready to quit my job. And then they chose to go ahead and approve it. And you know what? I did come here for that year, but I never went back. I've been here for 15 years in the driver's seat of my life. I have been dancing my dance, and I'm here every week to encourage and inspire you to do the same. And by the way, I'm doing this only charging you $1 a month for the next 6 months while I'm still working a day job so that I can get my certification. Do you see how inspirational that is?
Oh. Oh, thank you.
Let me ask you this. For you to be able to go and find 5 clients who will agree to meet with you on a weekly basis for 6 months for $1 a month, how hard is that really going to be? On a scale of 1 to 10, how difficult is that going to be?
I think maybe 5.
Okay, so I just want to reemphasize what I'm talking about here. You're going to find 5 human beings who know you and you're a little bit about your story, and you're going to invite them, say, listen, I am going through an aggressive, intensive coaching certification program, and I'm going to offer my coaching to you for $1 per month for 6 months. And I'll tell you what, if you pay it in full, I will give it to you for $5. You'll get 1 month free. Come on, Chika, how hard is this going to be?
Yeah. Yes.
Let me ask that. Hold on one second.
Okay.
Who on this call in Clubhouse would like to hire Chika for 6 months for $5? Raise your hand right now. Anybody? All right. So here comes your first client. So let's.
Really?
I believe so. I asked somebody to raise their hand. Let's see what Nadine says here. So Nadine, come on up here for just a second and see if she's actually responding to this or not. Nadine, are you looking for a coach?
I am looking for a coach.
Chika, Nadine is looking for a coach. Nadine,
so
based upon what you've heard from Chika today, would you be interested in hiring her for $5 for 6 months of weekly coaching?
I would absolutely hire Chika for $5 for 6 months of coaching. And the other thing I want to say is I understood everything that she said also. So language is not a barrier.
And Nadine, are you as inspired by Chika as I am?
Absolutely. To hear her story and how and the thing that it's been a passion for this long, like for 15 years. And I'm sorry, I have a poor connection, so if it breaks up, I apologize. That it's amazing that seed got planted so long.
Yep. So Chika, here's what I'm going to encourage you to do. If you click on Nadine's name and you scroll on and click on her profile, do you see her Instagram bio there?
yes. Yes.
Click on her Instagram bio and follow her. And as soon as you're finished here, go ahead and send her a message and you work out the arrangement for this coaching program, okay?
Thank you so much. That makes me cry.
Well, guess what? You're already 1/5 of the way to your goal, and it's not even June yet.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
This, Chika, let me explain to you something that happens, and this is something that I've learned. I believe that life is always happening for us, and it's never happening to us, and that we get to create the life of our dreams. And I think it's so important, the work that's inside of your heart to do is to understand that we are all important. Chika, you are important. I am important. Nadine is important. Everyone is important. And we must live our lives. Were you here at the very beginning when I played some Steve Jobs quotes?
Yeah. Yeah.
So I played those Steve Jobs quotes at the beginning. He said, listen, life is too short. Don't waste your life living someone else's dream. That's exactly that message. Sit in the driver's seat of your own life. Go out and ask yourself, what's so important here? Dance your own dance. Help people to figure out what they want. A lot of people, Chika, are going through life. They have no idea what they want. They're just settling for survival in life. How can I want anything more when everybody else is struggling? Well, they don't have to struggle either. Everyone can create their own life if they choose to do so. And just like this is how things happen. And Chika, I'm sure if you look for these stories, they're everywhere. Just like you're like, listen, I know that this sounds like a crazy dream. Everybody's telling me I shouldn't go to New York City, that this isn't for me. This isn't what all this other stuff. But man, I was about ready to give up on this dream until my friend says, listen, you do that, you'll regret it. I still regret my decision today. And then you went out and you said, you know what? This dream inside of me is important enough that I'm willing to even quit my job. I'm not even going to wait the 3 years to get the approval. I'm just going to go do it. And then what happens? Then all of a sudden, once you have made that decision firm in your mind, you then attracted the exact resources that were necessary into your life. Your employer says, you know what, let's go ahead and approve that. Let's get you over there. And you did it. And here you are, you're like, listen, okay, Cliff, this is what I want. I need you to help me with my fear. I'm concerned about my language, whether or not people will be able to understand me. I had so much trouble getting through the certification program, but I hired a tutor and all these other things. And still 2 years later, I'm ready to go into this. But now I'm really concerned about getting paid clients and and all this other stuff. And all we did was find out what you need. And you said, yes, I definitely am willing to do this. I'll keep my day job. I will go and meet all of these requirements. And then boom, here's Nadine, your first paid client right here on the spot.
Yes. Thank you so much.
And I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to put this out as a podcast episode called The Cliff Ravenscraft Show, this conversation. And it reaches a couple thousand people. And Chika, do you have an email address that if anybody else wants to take you up, there's a limit of 4 more spots available for your one-on-one coaching. If somebody wanted to take you up on this offer of one-on-one coaching, where should they reach you?
Yes, I think my Instagram. Yeah.
It's CHIKA BULLOCK. Is that correct?
Yes.
Let me find out what episode of the Cliff Ravenscraft Show this is going to be, and then I'll tell people where to go to get the URL so they can just click on the link. How's that sound? So this is going to be
great. Oh my gosh.
Episode 657. So go to mindsetanswerman.com/657. I will put a direct link to Chika's Instagram account. You can direct message her, say you heard about this on the Cliff Ravenscraft Show. You want to sign up to be one of her remaining 5 clients for this coaching program.
Mm-hmm.
Chika, on a scale of 1 to 10, how excited are you to work with these 5 clients?
10.
Awesome. I love it. Have I helped you gain the courage and overcome the fear and the anxiety and the worry about all the struggles that were in front of you?
So much.
Awesome. I love it. Okay, so in review of this incredible conversation that I was honored to have with Chika, I wanted to share with you where I am the next day as far as the thoughts about how that conversation went and what I had made as suggestions to help Chika in her request for help. What we had in this conversation is a couple of things. I have a day job that I work 40 hours a week, and thankfully, what an incredible gift it is. It sounded to me from my conversation with Chika is that her financial needs are met in a Monday through Friday job that is a requirement of her working 9 to 5. And that's awesome. What an incredible gift that is. Because that means that if all of your financial needs are met in 40 hours a week, I know many people, by the way, who have a desire to pursue some new side hustle business, and their day job that provides all their needs requires 50 or 60 hours a week of their time. Whereas Chika is in a blessed situation where if she just continues to maintain her day job Monday through Friday, 9 to 5, 40 hours a week, during the process of this 6 months, so we're talking June 2021 through December 2021, if she can maintain that 40-hour-a-week day job that provides for all of her financial needs, that means there is no pressure for her coaching to generate any income. That means there is absolutely no pressure financially for her to find high-paid clients. Now, one of the things that came out in the conversation, and that's why I wanted to come here at the end, is would I recommend people work for free or for $1 a month? Absolutely not. I would never recommend somebody work for only $1, except for when I would. The situation for Chika is individual to her. So one of the things that I wanted to just address here is I don't recommend anyone. I do not recommend that you go coach people for $1 a month for 1 hour a week every week. I don't even recommend really that Chika do that. I have really no idea what's going to happen between Chika and Nadine. But one of the things that I just glanced very quickly at when I looked at Nadine's bio on Clubhouse, I recognized that she herself is a coach. And so I'm almost certain that when Chika reaches out to her, and I trust that Chika will reach out to her, to set up everything to make it official that Nadine will be her first client, my guess is Nadine's not going to allow Chika to only receive $5 for 6 months of coaching. I only did that just to express that if that's the only requirement here, let me express to you how simple it is to meet every need that you've stated on the table. So the first question for her is, do I do all of these things all at the same time? So first of all, do you need to improve your English language skills? Do I need to go hire a voice coach to help me with my dictation and all that stuff? The answer is no, instantly, absolutely not. I had no problem understanding you. Nadine had no problem understanding you. And one of the ways that you're going to improve your English language is by getting into those 5 hourly calls each week. So if she does have 5 clients who she meets with on a weekly basis for 1 hour per session, that's 5 hours a week of conversational English. So just by already doing the work, coaching, implementing what she's learning from her classes, she's already conversationally teaching herself how to speak better English. So number one, that reduces one area of stress or concern or frustration of overwhelm of decisions. The second question was, do I keep the day job and pursue all of this stuff, or do I leave the day job and trust that I will find clients that will replace the income, or at least meet my bare minimum financial needs while I'm learning how to become this powerful coach through this coaching certification session? And the answer became very obvious. If you're in a situation where quitting your day job would put you in a financial need where you absolutely need clients to say yes to you, that puts you in a very bad position as a coach, and it puts way too much pressure on the relationship. And so my recommendation, just to make this as simple as possible, you can definitely work 40 hours a week, take care of all your financial needs. And if you were to accept a client that pays you $1 per month for weekly calls, 1 hour a week of coaching every week for the 6 months of this program, and of course, that would definitely fulfill her, if she had 5 clients, 1 hour a week for 5 clients, that would, at the end of the 6 months, fulfill her 100 hours of coaching. She will have met her better English speaking desire. She will have had her paid 5 clients that are required. She will have had her 100 hours of paid coaching requirement met. And it's as simple as, I work 40 hours a week. I attend a class for this certification program. I do my homework, and I get a 1 hour lab Monday through Friday every day of the week to practice the things that I've studied in class and have and learned in my homework. It is as simple as this. And so what we did is we took away all of the overwhelm, and we just showed her how powerful she is, how not just important she is, but just how important her inspiration is to the lives of others, and how much of her identity is linked to wanting to help others free the dream inside of them. And would it be worth it if this was an educational pursuit? She wants to, for 6 months, go through this educational experience, this certification, get certified, get the 100 hours in, have 5 clients, and meet that thing. Would it be worth it to work with 5 clients for 6 months where they pay you $1 per month? In some instances, I can see absolutely hands down where it would be worth it. It takes all of the financial pressure off, makes it super simple. I mean, Nadine, instantly, as soon as you heard me ask, is anybody here on Clubhouse? Raise your hand. And you heard the little tone from Clubhouse, just how quickly Nadine raised her hand. I have no doubt that some of you will be interested in working with Chika as well. And so I don't recommend that Nadine only pay Chika $5 for 6 months of coaching. Now, if Chika only asks for $5 and Nadine only pays $5, I think it will have been worth it for all parties involved. But my guess is that Nadine is probably going to say, listen, I definitely, I'm interested in having you as my coach, but I want to pay you more. That's a very real possibility. And if you are listening to this and you're thinking, oh my gosh, I'm going to go and find Chika on Instagram. Again, head over to mindsetanswerman.com/657. There's a direct link to Chika's Instagram profile to take her up on her offer. But I'm going to recommend that you not allow her to only charge you $5. Send her whatever you feel in your heart that you desperately want to invest in her as your coach. I just wanted to make sure that she understood that meeting the minimum requirements of everything she wants is already within her grasp, and it is super simple, super easy. She already has everything she needs. She's an incredible, inspirational person. She has so much life experience. She has an inspirational story that is going to attract people. She has great English communication ability. Will it be improved? Absolutely. But she can do that while doing all of these other things. She doesn't have to leave the day job. And this is no different than how I got started in my business. I was working a 40-plus hour a week day job, and I was working 20, 30 hours a week on the side doing all of the stuff I was doing related to podcasting. And I was doing that for 2 years, not 6 months. I was doing all that for 2 years before I left my day job to pursue all of this full time. So that's what I wanted to share here, just as an overview. What an honor it is to have conversations, coaching conversations with people on Clubhouse to help people free the dream inside of them. If you want to find out what my current schedule is on Clubhouse, you can always find that over at mindsetanswerman.com/clubhouse. Over at mindsetanswerman.com/clubhouse, you'll learn all about what Clubhouse is. There are links to tutorials that'll explain everything in detail for you. But more importantly than that, you'll find a link to the Free the Dream Club that I host over on Clubhouse, and also you'll have a list of all of my regularly scheduled rooms at that moment in time, at that period in time. So head over to mindsetanswerman.com/clubhouse. And one final thing, if you're looking for a coach in 2021, if you're looking for significant, massive transformation in your life, I have 2 opportunities available for you. One would be the weekly Next Level Mastermind. These are for people who are already very well in tune with who they are and what they're going after in life. And if you're already got an incredible amount of momentum and you're living life at the highest level and you want a group of other people where they sometimes say it's lonely at the top, but you want to be in a group of people who knows what it's like to actually be at the top and you don't need to be lonely anymore, that's the Next Level Mastermind. It's an incredibly powerful experience. I'd love to talk to you about it if you're interested. Head over to cliffravenscraft.com and click with the Work With Me tab. I also have a coaching one-on-one available for 3 to 5 clients. And it just so happens I'm recording this March 23rd, 2021. I have a few 6-month coaching clients that are about ready to end their 6-month coaching contract with me. They have already achieved everything that they hired me to help them with. And so I will have some openings here within the next 30 to 60 days. And if you're interested in that, head over to mindsetanswerman.com or cliffravenscraft.com, either one. It'll take you to the same place. And go to the Work With Me tab and fill out one of the applications, either the application for the Next Level Mastermind, or if you are looking for some one-on-one coaching, fill out the application for the one-on-one coaching. And of course, until next time, I encourage you to take everything you do to the next level.
Mindset Answer Man.